Have you ever watched someone you love struggle just to get out of a chair? My friend Eleanor was once the most active person I knew. At 65, she hiked mountains and danced at every family wedding. But by 75, she could barely walk to her mailbox without wincing in pain. The worst part isn't the pain, she told me one afternoon, tears in her eyes. It's feeling trapped in a body that won't let me enjoy life anymore. What if I told you that Eleanor is now 82 and back to dancing with her grandchildren? That's right. She didn't have expensive surgeries or dangerous medications. She discovered something that most doctors don't tell their older patients about. Did you know that by age 65, nearly 80% of us will experience joint pain that limits our daily activities? Even worse, many believe it's just part of getting older and something we must accept. That's simply not true. Today, I'm sharing the 9 essential nutrients that can transform your joint health, even if you're already experiencing stiffness and pain. And make sure you stay until the end, because the 9th nutrient is something almost no one knows about, yet it might be the most powerful one of all. This information changed Eleanor's life, and it might just change yours too. Nutrient number 1, collagen. As we age, our bodies produce less collagen, the protein that keeps our joints cushioned and moving smoothly. By 60, we're making about 30% less than we did in our youth. This loss is why many of us wake up feeling stiff and creaky. Take my friend Robert, who at 68 couldn't kneel down to play with his grandchildren anymore. His knees would make awful cracking sounds in getting back up. That was a painful struggle that often needed his grandson's help. How embarrassing that felt for him. I used to be the one helping others up, he told me. Now I'm the one needing help. It makes me feel old before my time. Here's what's happening. Collagen forms a mesh-like network in our cartilage, the cushioning between our joints. Without enough collagen, this cushion thins out, leaving bone rubbing against bone. Think of it like the padding in your favorite chair wearing thin until you can feel the hard frame underneath. The good news? Your body can use collagen from your diet to repair this cushioning. Foods rich in collagen include bone broth, simmer chicken bones for 24 hours, or you can try collagen supplements. Many of my friends find that liquid collagen is easier to absorb than pills. Robert started having a cup of homemade bone broth every morning. Within 3 months, he was back on the floor building block towers with his grandson and getting up without a helping hand. Have you noticed your joints getting stiffer over the years? Type collagen in the comments if you've ever tried or considered collagen supplements. I read every comment and love hearing your experiences. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Nutrient number 2, omega-3 fatty acids. Joint pain isn't just about worn cartilage, it's also about inflammation. When our joints become inflamed, even the simplest movements can feel like torture. And sadly, the typical American diet is packed with foods that actually increase inflammation. My neighbor Martha, a lively 78-year-old, loved gardening her whole life. Last spring, her hands became so swollen and painful, she couldn't even grip her trowel. "My garden is my joy," she told me, looking out at her neglected flower beds. "Without it, I feel like I've lost a part of myself." Your body produces compounds called prostaglandins, which can either increase or decrease inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids help create the anti-inflammatory kind. They're like firefighters, cooling down the heat of inflammation in your joints. But here's the problem. Our bodies can't make omega-3s on their own. We must get them from food, and most of us don't get nearly enough. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are packed with omega-3s. Aim for at least 2 servings every week. Not a fish fan? Try ground flax seeds sprinkled on your morning oatmeal or walnuts as a snack. Martha started eating sardines on toast twice a week and taking a high-quality fish oil supplement. By midsummer, she was back in her garden, deadheading roses and planting new bulbs. "My hands still get a little stiff," she admitted, "but the pain is gone. I can feel the life in my fingers again." How do you include omega-3s in your diet? Or have you noticed certain foods making your joint pain worse? Share your experience in the comments below. Your insight might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. Nutrient number 3, vitamin D. Did you know that over 80% of people over 65 don't get enough vitamin D? This sunshine vitamin doesn't just keep your bones strong, it also protects your joints. Without enough vitamin D, your joint pain can worsen dramatically and your risk of falls increases too. My friend James, a retired teacher at 70, moved from sunny Florida to be closer to his children in Michigan. After just one northern winter, his knees hurt so badly he could barely climb the stairs to see his new grandchild. "I've always been active," James said, "but suddenly I felt 20 years older. The doctor just told me it was arthritis and to take pain pills. I didn't want to live that way." Vitamin D works like a key that unlocks calcium absorption, keeping the bones in your joints strong. But it does more than that. It also helps control inflammation and supports the immune cells that protect your joint tissues from damage. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight. Add in less time outdoors in northern winters, and it's no wonder so many of us are deficient. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin D levels. Many seniors need supplements, especially during winter months. Aim for foods rich in vitamin D like fatty fish, egg yolks, and mushrooms exposed to sunlight. And try to get 15 to 20 minutes of sun exposure without sunscreen several times a week when possible. After starting a vitamin D supplement and making a point to sit in the sunlight daily, James noticed improvements within weeks. By spring, he was playing light games of basketball with his grandson. Has your doctor ever checked your vitamin D levels? Were you surprised by the results? Type sunshine in the comments if you've noticed your joints feel better during sunny summer months than in winter. Nutrient number 4, calcium. We've all heard that calcium builds strong bones, but did you know it's equally crucial for healthy joints? Without enough calcium, the bones that meet at your joints become weak and porous, leading to painful movement and increased risk of fractures. Irene, a spirited 74-year-old, always said she'd rather drink coffee than milk. "I never liked the taste," she'd laugh. But her humor faded when X-rays showed severe bone loss around her hip joints. Her doctor warned her that she was one fall away from a hip replacement. "I thought calcium was just something young women needed," Irene told me, her voice shaking. "No one told me I'd be risking my independence by skipping it." Your joints depend on strong bones to function properly. Calcium provides the structural strength, but after 50, we absorb less calcium from our food. Women can lose up to 20% of their bone density in the 5 years following menopause. Think of your bones as a calcium bank. If you don't deposit enough through your diet, your body withdraws calcium from your bones to keep your heart and muscles working properly. While dairy products are excellent sources of calcium, there are plenty of alternatives. Dark leafy greens like kale and collards, calcium-fortified plant milks, canned fish with bones, and tofu made with calcium sulfate all provide this essential mineral. Irene started having a smoothie made with Greek yogurt and kale each morning, and taking calcium supplements with vitamin D, which helps absorption. Within a year, her bone density had improved, and she felt more confident moving around without fear of fractures. Do you make a point of getting enough calcium? What's your favorite calcium-rich food? Tell me in the comments. I'm always looking for tasty new ideas to share with our community. Nutrient number 5, magnesium. You might be surprised to learn that magnesium deficiency affects over 60% of older adults and can make your joints ache and stiffen even faster. This often overlooked mineral is vital for muscle relaxation and joint comfort. Bill, my 79-year-old walking buddy, started experiencing muscle spasms around his knees and hips. "It feels like someone's tightening a vice grip around my joints," he described. The pain disrupted his sleep, and our morning walks became shorter and less frequent. One morning, he couldn't meet me at all. "I'm sorry," he called to tell me, his voice heavy with disappointment. "My legs just won't cooperate today." Magnesium works as a natural calcium blocker in your muscles, allowing them to relax after contracting. Without enough magnesium, the muscles surrounding your joints remain tense, pulling on tendons and creating pressure and pain. Additionally, magnesium helps convert vitamin D into its active form, boosting all its joint-protecting benefits we discussed earlier. It's like a behind-the-scenes helper that makes other nutrients work better. Dark chocolate, the darker the better, avocados, nuts, especially almonds, and pumpkin seeds are all delicious sources of magnesium. Epsom salt baths provide magnesium through your skin and offer double benefits. The warm water helps relax tense muscles, while the magnesium absorbs to ease pain. Bill started eating a small handful of almonds daily and soaking in Epsom salt baths 3 times a week. Within a month, the muscle spasms had diminished, and he was back to our full walking route. "I never realized something as simple as a mineral could make such a difference," he said as we rounded the park one morning, his stride noticeably stronger. "Have you ever taken an Epsom salt bath for sore joints? Did it help? Share your experience in the comments. Your tip might be just what another viewer needs to find relief tonight." Nutrient number 6, vitamin C. Your body uses vitamin C to make collagen. Remember that crucial joint cushion we talked about earlier? Without enough vitamin C, your collagen production stalls, leaving your joints vulnerable to wearing down faster than they should. My friend Dorothy, a vibrant 81-year-old, prided herself on eating simple foods. Mostly bread, cheese, and cooked vegetables. She rarely ate fresh fruits because they were too expensive and went bad too quickly. When her fingers became so stiff she couldn't button her own blouse, her independence felt threatened. "I don't want to become a burden to my children," she confided, trying to hide the tremor in her voice. Vitamin C is like the factory foreman overseeing collagen production. Without enough of this vital vitamin, your body simply cannot create the new collagen needed to repair and maintain your joint cartilage. What's more, vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects your existing joint tissues from damage caused by harmful molecules called free radicals. It's both a builder and a defender of your joint health. While oranges are famous for vitamin C, many other foods contain even more. Bell peppers, strawberries, broccoli, and kiwi fruit are all excellent sources. Even a small daily serving can make a big difference. Dorothy started keeping frozen berries in her freezer, no spoilage, and having a small handful with breakfast each morning. She also added red bell pepper strips to her afternoon snack. After about 2 months, she noticed her morning stiffness had decreased significantly. "Just last week, I buttoned my favorite blouse all by myself," she told me, her eyes shining with pride. Sometimes the smallest victories mean the most. What's your favorite way to get vitamin C in your diet? Is there a fruit or vegetable you enjoy daily? Share in the comments. I love discovering new food combinations from our wonderful community. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Nutrient number 7, glucosamine and chondroitin. Your joint cartilage is constantly being broken down and rebuilt, but as we age, the breakdown happens faster than the rebuilding. This natural process can leave our joints feeling stiff and painful as the protective cushioning wears thin. Henry, my 77-year-old cousin, was an avid golfer his entire life, but gradually his shoulder pain became so severe he couldn't swing a club. "Golf is my social life," he told me. "Without it, I'm just sitting at home alone watching TV." His doctor suggested joint replacement, but Henry worried about the lengthy recovery at his age. "There has to be another way," he insisted. "I'm not ready to go under the knife just to play the game I love." Glucosamine and chondroitin are compounds naturally found in healthy cartilage. Glucosamine helps build and repair cartilage, while chondroitin helps it retain water and elasticity, making it a better shock absorber for your joints. As we age, our natural levels of these compounds decrease, which can accelerate cartilage breakdown. It's like having fewer workers showing up at the construction site when your house needs repairs. Unlike most nutrients we've discussed, glucosamine and chondroitin are difficult to get from diet alone. Supplements combining both compounds have shown promising results for many people with joint pain. Henry started taking a glucosamine chondroitin supplement daily. He was patient. It took nearly 3 months before he noticed improvement, but gradually his shoulder pain lessened. 6 months later, he was back on the golf course. "I'm not hitting the ball as far as I used to," he chuckled, "but I'm playing without pain, and that's what matters." Have you tried glucosamine or chondroitin supplements? Did they work for you? Share your experience in the comments. The timing and dosage that worked for you might help another viewer find relief. Nutrient number 8, turmeric, curcumin. Chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning fire in your joints, gradually destroying cartilage and causing persistent pain. Many seniors take over-the-counter pain medications daily, not realizing these can damage their stomach and kidneys over time. Evelyn, my 83-year-old neighbor, had been taking ibuprofen daily for years to manage her joint pain. When she developed stomach problems, her doctor told her she needed to stop the medication immediately. "But how will I function without my pain pills?" she asked me, panic in her eyes. "I can barely get through the day with them, let alone without them." Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It works by blocking enzymes that trigger inflammation in a similar way to many medications, but without the same risk to your stomach and kidneys. Studies show curcumin can reduce joint pain and improve function in people with arthritis. It's like having a fire extinguisher specifically designed for the inflammation in your joints. Adding turmeric to your diet is simple. Sprinkle it into soups and stews, add it to scrambled eggs, or make golden milk by warming plant milk with turmeric, black pepper, which boosts absorption, and a touch of honey. For therapeutic effects, some people find supplements helpful, but look for ones with black pepper extract, piperine, to improve absorption. Evelyn started having golden milk each evening and cooking with turmeric regularly. After a few weeks, she found her pain was manageable without the ibuprofen. "It's not a miracle," she told me, "but it's enough that I can sleep through the night and garden in the morning. That feels like freedom to me." Have you tried turmeric for joint pain? Do you have a favorite recipe using this golden spice? Share in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you incorporate this healing spice into your meals. Nutrient number 9, MSM, Methylsulfonylmethane. Over time, our joint tissues can become rigid and inflexible, limiting our range of motion and causing stiffness that makes everyday movements painful. This loss of flexibility isn't just about comfort. It increases our risk of falls and injuries. Margaret, a devoted 75-year-old grandmother, loved getting down on the floor to play with her grandchildren. But lately, once she got down, she couldn't get back up without help. "The last time it happened, my 6-year-old granddaughter had to run next door to find a neighbor to help me," Margaret shared, her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. I saw the worry in my granddaughter's eyes. That's when I knew something had to change. MSM, methylsulfonylmethane, is an organic sulfur compound that helps form flexible bonds between proteins like those found in joint tissues. It's like the difference between a dry, brittle rubber band that cracks when stretched and a supple one that stretches and returns to shape. MSM also supports glutathione production, your body's master antioxidant, which helps reduce inflammation and oxidative damage to your joints. Few people know about MSM, yet research shows it can significantly improve joint flexibility and reduce pain. MSM occurs naturally in some foods like fresh vegetables, milk, and grains, but cooking destroys much of it. Many people find supplements helpful, starting with small doses and gradually increasing to allow their body to adjust. Margaret started taking MSM supplements daily, beginning with a small dose and working up slowly as recommended. After about 2 months, she noticed increased flexibility, especially in her knees. "Last week, I got down on the floor to play with my granddaughter," she told me, her eyes bright with joy. "When it was time to get up, I was able to do it on my own." My granddaughter clapped and said, "Yay, Grandma!" That moment was worth everything. This might be your first time hearing about MSM. It's that secret nutrient I promised to share. Had you heard of it before? Are you curious to try it? Let me know in the comments if you're interested in learning more about this lesser-known joint supporter. As we've discovered today, joint pain isn't an inevitable part of aging that we must simply endure. Through these 9 powerful nutrients, collagen, omega-3s, vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, glucosamine and chondroitin, turmeric, and MSM, we have natural tools to maintain our mobility and independence. Remember Eleanor from the beginning of our talk? She incorporated all these nutrients into her life, and today at 82, she dances with her grandchildren at family gatherings. "I don't move quite like I did at 50, she laughs, "but I move with joy instead of pain. That's what matters." I'd love to know which of these nutrients you're already using and which ones you'll try next. Your journey might inspire someone else who's struggling with joint pain right now. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps others find this content too. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please click that subscribe button. Each week, we share practical ways to maintain your health and independence as we age together. Your support allows us to continue creating videos like this one, designed specifically for our community of vibrant, engaged seniors who refuse to be defined or limited by a number. Until next time, remember, your best years can still be ahead of you. Taking care of your joints today means freedom of movement tomorrow. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you in our next video.